안녕하세요. Hello guys. Today I'm going to introduce one of my students from the US. And I actually stayed in the US for an academic year in Pennsylvania. And I worked for Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And then I taught some Korean classes. And he was one of my students, learning Korean language. And he, decided to come to Korea for his language. And now it's been 6 months. It was really, good to see him again in Korea. And then it's also, great opportunity to talk with him about Korea and, share his experiences with me. So it's so nice. Would you please introduce yourself?
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 노예요. 6달 전에 한국에 왔어요. 6달 동안 서강대학교 다녔어요. 다음 주 미국에 들어갈 거예요.
좋습니다. So you studied in Korea and what university? And then how was the course? And how's everything? Your entire school life?
So I studied at Sogang, like the language school, which was fun, but it was a little fast, so it was a little hard, especially compared to my Korean classes in America, which she taught. It was significantly faster.
That's because I taught American students who didn't expect, much more progress, than students in Korea. So I taught slowly. But here, in general, we teach like those who want to, enter Korean colleges. So we teach not faster, but it is maybe more, or maybe, in a short term. So
my classes were Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and I'd have like 2 days to memorize over 50 words, which I still don't memorize because they're too hard.
That happens, to everyone. I don't think it's, very hard, but, for those who had never learned Korean before, or maybe like for very beginner levels, yeah, that must be a little tough, unfortunately. But if you want to, enter colleges, you should learn. That's my perspective as a Korean teacher, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, so he had fun in his, class. And then I checked his, Korean, and yeah, he was much better. Studying in America and in Korea, what's the big difference, do you think?
I think for Korean, like the biggest difference is the speed. I say mainly the speed, but I guess another difference that kind of goes back to the last question is in America, I was with all Americans who were all like, didn't know anything. But I'm with all foreigners, like in this language school. And so some of them don't know English. So it's like, in order to communicate with them, especially the ones I want, they'll be like, there is this person, I was like, oh, I want to be his friend, but he didn't know English and I didn't know Chinese, so we could only speak in Korean, and so it was like, it helped motivate me. But I think the main difference is like the speed and the environment.
Okay. But that is very American thoughts that everyone can speak English.
Okay, but I thought I was gonna struggle, which I did struggle when I first got here, but more Koreans speak English than you think.
Oh,
most definitely.
Then they think, like the people around, not me. I believe they speak well.
They know like day-to-day life, like English.
Okay. They understand well, but maybe speaking.
Struggle speaking.
Yeah, 맞아. What's the big difference, like cultural difference, you've seen or you've experienced here in Korea?
Wow, there's so many differences, especially compared to America. So it's kind of hard to like say one specific thing because it's literally everything's different. Okay, I don't live in the city in America, so it's like it's convenient and nice that I can like leave my house at whatever hour and I can walk to a place within a minute or two and it'll still be open, and it's like I can just do whatever at whatever time, which is one thing that's different, which is not really culture, but it's still different. Public transportation. Don't use in America. Got a little car. But it's really, really common. Like everyone uses like buses and trains in Korea. And this is more of a cultural thing, but it's like people are so respectful in like public spaces. It's so quiet and like so quiet. Like I'll be on the subway sometimes and I'm like scared to like do anything because it's so quiet.
There's like basic manner, like like public place etiquette, I would say. But some people are loud and then they are kind of blamed. Like, why does he or why does she talk so loud? So yeah, that's a good part. I know where he lives now because I helped him to get his place. He lives like in Shincheon, and then where everything is nearby, so it's super convenient. I think I don't live even in that like cool place, so he can grab like what he wants, especially during the night, and yeah, he can go wherever he wants. Super convenient, like subway, buses are like all closed. But this means it is expensive place. Did you have any like expectations before coming to Korea, like in a bad way or in a positive way, like whatever?
So I heard a lot of things about Korea, but to be fair, I was going out of my way to look for them because I wanted to prepare myself so I wouldn't get like culture shock when I got here. Some of the things that I expected, I heard one thing that we were talking about earlier was pedestrians do not have rights here. Like they have rights, but like in America, the pedestrian has like the right of way, all that stuff. That does not exist here. The amount of times I've almost gotten like hit by like a car or a little like motorcycle doing delivery is crazy. So often, like an everyday occurrence. That was definitely different. Oh, something else I prepared myself for is occasionally there's like a random like bad smell, like a sewage smell.
뭐요?
It smells bad.
Where?
Like randomly.
Where?
Like literally you'll just be walking and it's fine. Out of nowhere, what the? And then it's gone.
Okay. Maybe some places or maybe some people or maybe some.
No, it's like a thing.
A thing like what?
It's like random sewage smell. But it's like literally everywhere. And it comes and goes within like 10 seconds. But you need to like prepare yourself for that.
Okay.
What else? So I was under the impression it was gonna be easy to make Korean friends. Oh my god. I think that was very foolish of me. I think Koreans are, whatever. But I think Koreans are a bit, since they mind their business, I don't think they're looking to make new friends. But I don't think they'll go out of their way to like say hi to you, like as a foreigner. Like I've met some Koreans, but it's mostly at like bars, clubs, and pochas. So
that's the places you can find friends, and then they are actually chill. When drinking or when like dancing at the dance clubs, they are more like chill.
I say at those places you're more likely to like find a friend. But like if you're just hoping to just happen to meet one at like somewhere, it's not gonna happen.
Because like if I live maybe in the US, okay, let's say in the US, if I go and then I just hey, how are you?
Okay, but in America though, it's like not uncommon to be like to a random person be like, oh, I like your shirt.
Oh yeah.
It's not uncommon to say that. In Korea, if you don't know them, you don't talk to them. Like that's the rule.
So when I stayed in the US, and when some people like just passing by, and then
oh, I like your
hair. Yeah, I like
your
hair.
Your skin's so clear.
Oh yeah, and when they like complimented my like looks or my And I was like, oh, what? Like, who are they talking to? Like, oh, it's me because, you know, I'm the only one. And at the beginning, I was a little surprised and I didn't know what to do. And later, you know, it is common here, you know, in the US. So I, you know, reacted, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, your hair is good too. Or, you know, something like that. But at the beginning, like, oh, eh?
Well, okay, but
Like,
I think it's like possible to make friends in America, like complete strangers that way. Like, because sometimes, like, if you guys say
Yes.
that, it might not just end at like, oh, you too. You might just talk a little bit more and go from there.
yeah, a little more. But do you think you can make friends?
Not in Korea.
It's gonna be, I mean, like, in that way in the US.
Yes, I think you can.
Okay, I didn't expect that. And then, yeah, there are people like had a small talk on the street or like wherever, like in the elevator or yeah. So that was a little different from Korean cultures, and that was actually really good. Like I feel warm, you know. Oh, these people, you know, especially Americans. Oh, they like. Not me, but they like foreigners or maybe like strangers. They're not that, you know, like, oh, no, I don't want to talk with you, but
Which I
they're
will
like-
say, I feel Koreans are that way. I swear to God, Koreans don't like foreigners. And I'm not even obnoxious. I'm quiet. I literally walk on the street. I like go like, I'm like this, I'm like on the corner just like scraping by, and I swear people look at me. Probably because I'm a foreigner, which is fine. I'm expecting it, but it's like,
But once you start speaking a little bit of, you know, Korean, like 안녕하세요, 감사합니다, and they'll be like, oh, happy to see you
너무
speaking. And they would, you know, become very, you know, friendly or
yeah, but like I feel
kinder.
like people, you don't always get the opportunity to like talk to those people who are just staring at you.
Yeah, we don't do that. Like I think that we avoid, like, if you and I had an eye contact, yeah, this is common because I don't know what to do. Maybe smile
They do
a
not
little
smile.
bit, but maybe
Koreans
yeah, they
do
won't.
not
So
smile.
unfortunately,
I've made eye contact with people like on the
Theater,
train.
oh.
I've made eye contact with people on the train before, like on accident, and it's the most like awkward thing.
like, yeah. But my idea, we learn strangers are little dangerous. Like, you know, from like very childhood, not foreigners, like strangers are a little dangerous, so you need to be a little careful. But like I said, when you start speaking Korean, we would be like, oh,
Not stranger.
oh, how could you know, speak? And then we will be very, you know, like open-minded or, you know, close to you. So if you know a little bit of Korean, you know, please, you know, say those words, and Korean people would react differently.
They will react like, oh my god, they're like, oh, 한국어 너무 잘해요. But then they'll keep speaking to you, and then you like, because I can answer to it now, but at first I was like, huh? But I'm fine if they talk to me like that now. But
yeah.
at first it's like, oh,
So
미안해.
미안해.
한국 조금 할수 있어.
I think it's not even, you know, Korea. Like Asian people are a little shy, especially, you know, speaking English. You know, so please be more patient and wait. But I don't think they are very like, oh, I don't like foreigners. I don't think so. They want to make friends, new friends, but their abilities, yeah, or their, you know, language makes barrier, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, as an American, do you have any ideas that they need to be like a little cautious, or they need to think before coming to Korea?
Cautious. I don't know about cautious, but like things you should like note before coming.
Okay.
If you plan on staying for more than like a week or two, where you're gonna have to end up like buying or renting a house, the deposits they ask are a little crazy. It's not like American deposits. In America, I mean, I don't have my own house. I kind of just anyway. But the deposit for me, it was supposed to be 8,000, but then we lowered it for a higher monthly rent. but I think originally they wanted 8,000 for the monthly, social security deposit, and it was a low monthly.
I don't remember the dollars, but that was 1,000,000원 at the beginning. 1,000,000원, you know, Korean won. 1,000,000원, and we lowered the price
by half.
Yeah, and then we raised the monthly rent. So it's a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, which is good if you just happen to have 8K sitting around. But if not, you should know that the deposits that they ask for are kind of insane.
Yeah, that is true. So we have a deposit.
Well, it's the same as in America.
Yeah, but still, like monthly rent is a little lower, you know.
Definitely lower.
So yeah, but he didn't expect, you know, this deposit is like kind of huge.
Well, I mean, I think I had like just maybe 4K I could use for a thing, and I wasn't expecting it to be more. But to be fair, we were kind of rushed on picking a house out.
And it was not easy.
Yeah, well, because if you don't plan ahead, you kind of get stuck in a little goshimon, which is like a 3x3 room, which is actually terrible. You literally step inside. There's half of a twin bed, and a shower, and that's legitimately it. You put your suitcase down, and that's it. Granted, it's so cheap, so it's fine, but I stayed in there for like a week before I like rushed to buy a new house.
That's it?
No, one more.